Welcome everybody, 11 grams here, and we are going to do a guide on cows. And this is going to be a big one. Hopefully it's not too long. I may have to chop it up into parts, I guess we'll see. I was setting this up, I was going to just do a general on all animals, and as I was setting up cows, I realized that it's going to take a long time to get through just the cows, I think. So we're going to get right into this. So I have set up here all of the equipment that you can use with cows, and I'm sure there's probably a lot more. Different variations, obviously, of what I used. And, excuse me one second. Yeah, it's expensive. There's a lot. TMR making, and there's a whole bunch of different things that are a little bit different in this game than in Farm Sim 19. So I had to go through TMR making, make sure I figured all that out. Manure works differently in this one, so there's a bunch of different things. I'm going to run through the equipment really quick. I'm going to run through a bunch of things really quick. So let's go. So you don't need a truck. You need a transport for your animals. And technically you don't need this either. You only buy this if you want to avoid the transportation fee if you don't have one of these to get the animals back to your animal pen, farm, whatever you want to call it. So I got the biggest version, which you need a truck to drive. There are smaller ones that you can use tractors as well. Flatbed trailer, a tipper, a forage wagon, a TMR mixer. This hauls slurry, so this is a slurry tank and spreader. And this is for milk, water, fuel. I think it takes something else. You will need a tractor with a front loader so you can pick up your bales with spikes and everything. This you really don't need at all. It is a TMR mixer as well as I believe we can use it to clean up the animal pen. I actually didn't test that out, and I think I just realized something that I wasn't thinking about. You don't have to clean up the animal pens. So, at least the cows. So, never mind. This is just a TMR mixer that we're not going to use at all. You're going to need mineral feed, hay, silage, and straw. You're going to need round bales of straw more than anything. Actually, you're not going to need square bales of straw at all, now that I think about it. As you can see right here, I was trying to make TMR and I failed, and it came out as hay. So, fun fact. However I did it, we made just a bunch of hay instead of TMR. Okay, so you're going to need, possibly, you don't need this, but this you can use. It is a blower. For straw, you put the round bale into here and it blows the straw into your animal pen. You're going to need a shovel and a bale spike as well. Not necessarily a shovel, but to get the manure out, you might want that. And pallet forks. All right. I have gone ahead and already and placed down 2 cow pens in game, obviously, because I don't think there's any mods out yet. I did the most expensive one that comes with a feeding robot, so I can show you how that works. And then I did I think the middle one that doesn't have the feeding robot, and I can show you how that works. So first things first, you need an animal pen or a cow pen. So you go into your menu here. You go down to these three lines right here. Over to construction. In construction, you're going to see animals. First one that pops up is cows. So there's four different ones. The cheapest one, 75,000. Then you have two other ones. I think this is the one that I put over there. This one holds 45 cows. This one holds 80 cows. And this one holds 80 as well. But this one comes with a feeding robot. So I'll explain to you what a feeding robot is a little bit later. So let's place down a cow pen. That's too big. Let's just do a small one. So you'd go into it, you'd pick where you want to place it. I don't know what you're using for controller wise, keyboard, mouse. I use a controller and a mouse. So with the controller, I hit RB or LB to rotate it. You place it where you want it, and you press A. So that's pretty much it. That's how you place down an animal pen. Come over here, and you'll see our animal pen. So after you have your animal pen down, you're gonna come over here to the paw, and this is how you get to your animal dialogue. So you can go into your animal dialogue, and you can see all the cows here that you can pick from. So let's say we want just regular. I think these are the good milk cows. Um, Cows come in different forms. There's three kinds, or there's different types, and then there's three of each type. And the type depends on their age and their price. So you can get a newborn, you can get a 12-month-old one, and you can get an 18-month-old one. The baby's obviously not going to produce anything for you at all. The middle one and the oldest one will produce the same stuff. I believe the oldest one will just produce more. I have not tested that out, so I actually do not know what the three different types of cows do. For this whole test, I just picked the oldest ones. Maybe for this one, I will do the middle one because I don't want babies because I want to be able to produce stuff right now. So if you want to buy them directly from the animal dealer and pay a transport fee, all you have to do is press A on the one you want, and then you can actually pick how many you want down here. So let's say we want 4, and I'm going to press A. Oh no, sorry, I'm going to press X on my controller to buy it, and you will now have 4 cows sitting in the pen. I like what they've done. The cows look pretty real. They lay down, they sleep, they sit. Lots of animation for the animals, which is really, really cool, I think. So that works out much better than the other one. See? Oh, they're all getting up now. Time to get up. Teardrop, raindrop, that's going to be where your water would go. This is going to be where your food would go. And this is where your milk's going to come out of. Now, if you look around, you're going to see that we don't have a couple things on the cheap one. Technically on any of them. So we don't have a manure pit. So with FS22, none of your cow pens come with manure pits. So you have to go back into construction menu. And it's going to be in silo extensions. You're going to see a manure heap extension. sorry, you're going to go into silos and you're going to pick the manure heap. You don't want the extension, you want the manure heap. And you're just going to place that by your cow pen. So I've had issues doing this where rotating doesn't work all the time. So it has to be placed near your animal pen. If it's not placed near your animal pen, it will say somewhere around here. I don't know why it's not saying. Well, it was saying for me earlier, must be placed by animal pen. But now it's not. Huh. Now I don't know which one I put down. Needs to be placed next to a barn. Ah, so you do have to do the extension. Manure heap extension. You do have to do this one. So let's try that again. Next to a barn. Ah, guess what? You can't do manure with the little one. It's picking up this barn. And on this side, it's picking up that barn. You cannot do manure. So we're going to try something. Let's do experiment while we're doing our how-to. We're going to put this here, and we're going to see what happens if it fills up. Because I did the extension for those two. I know I did because it said it needs to be placed next to a barn. Okay, so for any of your big ones, like I did here, you're going to place down a manure heap extension, and you're going to have manure start to gather in here. This one, I know for sure, comes with a slurry extension, and that one does as well. So I believe this cheap guy right here is the only one that doesn't, and it will not produce slurry for you. Okay, this is the animal pen that is on Erlangrant as well, the map. And I've been playing that map and there's no slurry, so, and I couldn't figure out to find an extension for it. Okay, so once you have your cows in your pen that way, you can start feeding them and everything, but I'm going to show you, where's my truck over here, how to go and do it at an animal dealer. I just got to remember where the animal dealer is on this map. And hopefully I can get down here. Because I think I know where we got to go. We got to go left. I tried everything I could to set up this how-to guide to make it as quick as possible. I don't have editing software to time-lapse or to cut parts out. So unfortunately, I don't have a way to remove this part of the video. So if you want to fast forward until we get to the animal dealer, you can. And at that point, I'll show you how to load up the trailer. You'll drive back. I'll show you how to unload the trailer so you do not have to pay transportation fees. I'm well aware that probably a lot of you have played Farm Sim 19, 17, 15. This is not the animal dealer. Where is the animal dealer? Oh, I hope I didn't go the wrong way to the animal dealer. Oh, this is the animal dealer. Okay. I don't know why it looked like a wood chipping station. Alright, so we're at the animal dealer. Animal dealer is really easy. As long as you're in this checkered box where that paw was, you can just come in here. And now we want to transport our cows. So how many cows do we want? Let's take 8 more. Let's go with as many as we can do. And just like that, you now have cows inside. If you can see them, I don't know if you can. You know, cows inside here. So we're just going to quickly head back to the farm, and I'll show you how to unload them. And then we got to go quick. We got lots left to do. We got to make TMR. I got to show you how to get the milk, slurry. I showed you how to place a manure heap, and you'll see that fill up right at the end. We'll fast forward time to see if that one fills up. All my other how-to areas. I use this map for how-to guides and just to try stuff out myself. Like my landscaping job, I kind of figured out how to use the landscaping tool. I just didn't do it perfectly for this. I just wanted a flat area big enough to put some pens down. Okay, so once we get back to our farm, just like you did with the animal dealer, you're going to back up to this paw. I don't even think you have to back up, but we're going to back up until we get the animal dialogue box that pops up right there. And we want to move them all to the husbandry. And there we go. And we have 1 cow left because that only takes 15. Housing backs up really slow. So we're gonna, you know what, we're not gonna worry about doing this right now. We got lots to do. Alright, so that is how you put your animals into the animal pen. Okay, so to feed them, you need to add water to this. If we go into our menu here and we go down to the animals, you're going to see that cows can either take total mixed ration, gives them 100% effectiveness, hay gives them 80%, and grass gives them 40%. So the pens only take a certain amount of liters of food. These all, see how this was 26,000 and 26,000? If this gets full, you can't add any more to this because this will be full as well. When this fills up your total, you can't add any more. So I would either just use total mixed ration or hay. Grass only gives you 40%, so why would you use something that gives you 40%? Grass is obviously cheaper and easier. You don't have to make hay. You can just mow grass and then you can get it. But if you want a good effectiveness, either use hay or total mixed ration. You do have to put straw in their pens. but not all of them. See this cheap one? So the cheap pen, you don't need to put straw in. It's only going to produce milk for you. You're not going to get slurry. I don't think you're going to get manure. We're going to find out if that extension fills up. So this cheap pen, you're only going to get milk out of your animals. So you're either going to want to feed them total mixed ration and give them water, or give them hay and give them water, and that's all you have to do to take care of them in this pen. So let's go grab a tractor. I'll just show you really quick how to fill everything up. I'm not going to show you how to fill up the water. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to be the same as filling up the food. The reason why I'm not going to show you how to fill up the water is because the big pens don't take water. So I didn't set up for water. It's going to be the same way. You just fill your tanker up with water and pull it to where we're going to pull this up to give them food. So we're going to give them hay. I'm going to grab my forage wagon here because I have hay down here that I can grab from. So just grab yourself some hay, which that should be more than enough. Pull up to your food trough. Of course, it's not going to work with the forage wagon. Oh yeah, no it is. Okay. Wait for that to come up. Dump it in. You can see their food filled up. And let's go into our menu. Go down to our cow pasture here for the one we just put down, and you're going to see they have 3,000 liters of hay. They don't have any water, so they're not going to be productive. Alright, so once you have their water filled up and their food, they're going to start producing, and they're going to start producing milk. This right here is where you're going to come to get the milk from them. With that, you would use one of your tanker. I don't know why I just did that. With that, you would use one of your tanker liquid tank trailers, and you just pull up to that and you'd fill it up there. Okay, so let's get into TMR. So now we want to feed our cows TMR because that gives us 100% effectiveness. This is different on this map than it is on FarmSim 19. And I still haven't found the perfect ration for this. What I do know is I do know that you can't put too much hay. You can't use a square full hay bale, not hay, sorry, straw. A square straw bale. It will give you too much straw and you will not be able to make total mixed ration. That's at least what I found out from a couple of tests that I did. I do know, and I used 2 round ones last time, but I am almost 100% certain that 2 silage bales. Let's turn this on too and let it mix up. In 19, I didn't have to turn it on, and it looks like I don't have to turn it on here either, but... Oh, it was on. Wait, turn on mixer wagon. There we go. You don't really have to turn it on, but I do for fun. Alright, so 2 silage. We're going to take 1 hay. So hay bales in 22 are bigger. Actually, they're all different sizes, and you have to be careful for that. So those silage bales were 5,000 liters. This hay bale's 8,000 liters. In 19, they were all the same. So be careful. If you did play 19, they are different in this one. Alright, so we got our hay. We got our silage. And we're going to grab a round straw bale, because that is all we should need. So the round straw bales are 5,000. The round silage bales are 3,500. And the square silage bales are 5,000. I believe the grass, hay, and all the others are 8,000 for square bales and 5,000 for round. Okay, so we have 23,000 liters here mixed in. If you're gonna see on our TMR mixing machine over here, in the bottom of our menu, it's gonna show us how much hay, how much silage, and how much straw we have in there. And as long as those levels are in between those arrows, you will get total mixed ration. So right now we're perfect. So I used 2 5,000 liter silage bales. I used 1 8,000 liter hay bale and 1 5,000 liter round straw bale. So now you're going to see one more thing down at the bottom there. This is 0%. And that is new to Farm Sim 22, and that is mineral feed. So mineral feed you can buy at the store. It is where you would buy, helps if I'm in the right menu, your bales and pallets and everything. I believe it is in the pallet section. Right at the end, you're going to see mineral feed. You get 1,000 liters, 1,050 liters technically, for $1,000 bucks. So let me take off my bale forks there and go grab a pallet fork. And let's go grab this mineral feed. I'm actually not a huge fan of the mechanics for forks in Farm Sim 22. I think it needs a little tweaking. I was using in-game bale forks, those ones, moving silage in hay bales. Ooh. And it was glitching. It was tweaking all over the place, like if you played 19, the big bag handler would with tree logs and stuff. All right, so for the mineral feed, you can't just dump it in. You have to get up close, and you're gonna see it's gonna start taking. I don't want it to use all of it, so because I want to show you something else with this. Alright, so we now have TMR. If we go back in here and go in here, you're going to see we have our mineral feed. We have 3.4% in there. We have 99% filled mixer. And now we can go feed our cows TMR, which is going to give them 100% effectiveness. And you just go up to it, and there you go. You got TMR going into your cow pen. For the bigger cow pens like this one, you just drive through. Apparently I didn't get that on there too well. I find placing structures in this game as well needs some work. You can't landscape around them, so you have to make sure that where you're placing them is completely flat. And there you go, TMR. So 2 5,000 silage bales, 1 8,000 hay bale, 1 5,000 round straw bale, and then some mineral feed. I used about 800 liters, I think it was. Okay, so for the biggest, most expensive cow pen with the automatic robot feed, you can still manually feed your cows TMR by going in here. Same as before. Okay? But there's an easier way to do it with this one. So let's put this back over here because we don't need them anymore. We're going to pick up this mineral. Oops, I just ran into a tractor. We're going to pick up this mineral feed. Let's angle it like that so it doesn't go flying off our forks again. It probably still will. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to shut this tractor off. So, if you walk over here, close to your barn, you're going to see a whole bunch of stats pop up down here. I can't use my cursor. Okay, so you're going to see your animal health. You're going to see how much food they have, how much milk they've produced. Then you're going to see how much straw, slurry they produced, how much hay's in your thing, silage, straw again, and mineral feed. The reason why you see straw twice is because there's a section over here which has a little silage thing, a straw thing, and a hay thing. And this is how your automatic feeding robot works. You still have to put straw in your bigger pens into your cow barn. And you would do that by coming into where you give them food. You just drive through here and it'll load their thing up with straw if you have a trailer full of straw. Okay? So now I'm going to show you how to use this. It's pretty straightforward. All you have to do now with this barn is bring your mineral feed over here, and you'll see that it starts taking it. Actually, it took it all. Oh, we actually do need this TMR mixer again. So it doesn't accept bales. Okay, now the only way to produce silage and straw and hay other than bales would be to grow crops and do all that fun stuff. Oh, I gotta take the rest of this out of here. Let's go dump this out. But if you take your TMR mixer I don't know, there might be other ways to do this too, but if you already have a TMR mixer from before, or I don't know if there's another trailer that'll do this, you take your TMR mixer and you come over here, and I'm going to grab silage because I think it was out of silage. You take your silage bale, put your silage bale into said TMR mixer. It turns it into loose silage. can then drive over to your area that needs, and this will work on anything, not just this this barn, but anytime you need something loose, you could, if it's straw, hay, or silage, if you put it in a TMR mixer, if you can't use bales, well, there you go. It is now loose, and you just dump it in, and it works. Because it's like a tipper, but it takes your bales and crashes them down. You can also use this thing, which I'm not going to show you how to use. You put a round bale into here, so you have to take a round bale. It's not very easy. Load it on your forks, drop it into here. Straw only is what it takes, as far as I know. And then this will blow the straw into your animal pen. If you need straw for your cows or anything, and you only have bales, so you can use that too, but it doesn't make sense to me. So once you have done and filled your 3 things up with hay, straw, and silage, you can put whatever amount you want in it. It automatically makes a TMR for you, and it just stores it into food. So you'll see the silage, the hay, and the straw start to slowly drop, and the mineral food and the food probably will gain, depending on how much is in there. So it just automatically makes it for you. You don't have to worry about how much of this or that or whatever will make your TMR. It's a much easier thing to do. We're going to actually speed up time. No, we're going to do something really quick because I think we're actually getting near to the end of the how-to. I'm just trying. I just want a water tank. I don't know where the water tank is. It's in your, yeah, right there. Where do I want to put this down? Doesn't much matter. Let's put you here. I just want to put a water tank down because we're gonna hop in here. We're gonna fill that up with water really quick. I want to see if that manure pad will fill up or not. So let's just fill this up with some water. If you don't know how to fill up it with water, you grab your tank, pull up next to a water tank like that. On the controller, I press down on my L stick, on my left stick. But yeah, it just fills it up. I feel like most people should know how to do that by this point in time in the game. Then you go up to it. On my controller, press RB and Y, and it pops it right in. And there you go. So now if we go back into our animal menu, in this cow pasture, we're going to have water. We're going to have total mixed ration and hay. And we don't have productivity yet because we just filled it in. We're at 1x speed. Okay. So, let's just run through really quick. I want to make sure we haven't missed anything yet. We know how to put down a animal pen or animal barn, whatever they call it in this one. You know how to put the silo extension, the manure heap extension, next to your barn so you can produce manure. We're going to take some manure out of there, and we're going to take some slurry out, and we're going to take some milk out shortly. We know how to put animals into our pen without going to an animal dealer and with going to an animal dealer. We know how to make TMR. We know how to fill up this so it automatically automatically feeds our animals. We know how to put straw into our pens using both this and wherever it is over there, that guy. Yeah. I think we're going to speed up time here. And while I speed up time, I'm going to keep it right here because I think we're probably going to see our animal robot feedy thing go. So let's do that, and then we will see how to get all of our stuff out of our animal pen, and then I think we're going to be done our how-to. Alright, so let's speed it to 120 and let's watch this. Let's see if we can see the animal robot start to go. Nothing yet. I saw it doing it once. I don't know if it does it at a certain time of the day every day. I don't know. We're going to keep an eye on that, but well, that is doing its thing. We're going to go and check something out. Because I just realized that I haven't tried taking the manure out of the manure pit yet. Because this is new for me too. I know how to put it down, I know how it works, but can you just pull up here? Oh, okay. Well, that's how you take manure out of a manure pit, guys. You have to use a tipper and pull up to that. So it's not like FS19 where we needed a milling machine to pull our manure out. So that's how we get our manure out. This guy's still not going, eh? Right, maybe it will soon. I'm gonna go grab this. And I was gonna grab milk out of this one because I know we had milk in there. But we have a little bit of milk over here, so I want to go check on that. Why is your health at 40%? Maybe just takes time. Oh, let's go see if this thing's working yet. No way. Alright, well we're gonna slow time down because it's getting dark now. I was hoping that would start working so you guys could see it, but I don't think it's going to. So I just want to pull up to the cheap one here because I think a lot of people might start with this one. And I just want to make sure this is how we get our milk out. And, oh yeah, oh, and it went out quick. Okay. That is definitely how we get our milk out of there. For your middle ones and all the other ones, you're just going to pull up to there, and that's how you're going to get your milk out. Just that one right there, and I do not see any manure in this thing yet. And pull up over here, and there we go. So we got milk. We can use a tipper to take our manure out. I knew I needed that tipper for something. And slurry's the last thing. So the middle little cow pen, cow barn does not produce slurry. So for slurry, you need to make sure you get a machine that holds slurry. Those tankers do not hold slurry. So you have to go, I had to go into the menu, into trailers, and I had to buy a slurry tank. Okay, so these will all hold slurry. They're all spreaders too, I believe. I guess you can use one of these ones. These aren't spreaders. These just look like they're tanks to hold slurry. I didn't really go through them all. It took me forever to set up this whole system. And there's other things that you can do if you go into here. There's a whole bunch of different machines here that you can use for slurry, and that's going to be a whole other video. So you do have to make sure you have a slurry tank, because the ones that you get for animals for water do not hold slurry. It holds milk, water. I don't even know what those other two things are. It looks like maybe liquid fertilizer and something else. I'm not sure what those. I'd have to go into the menu to check, and I'm not about to. As you can see, I already have some slurry in here. So all you gotta do is pull up to here. And same thing as milk, and it fills right up. And then you can use this as a spreader if you get one of these ones. See? And that fertilizes your field. So that is, when it comes down to it, the brass tacks of how to do cows. This machine I've never used. I actually bought it because I thought it was going to be the cleaner, but this is also a TMR mixer, which I guess you could also use as a wagon to get stuff off the ground if you need to get stuff off the ground too. But yeah, you would just drive over whatever you need. I wonder if this takes bales. Oh, it does. So you can drive up to bales as well. So this is another another way you can do it, is use this guy, and you won't have to worry about your rations either. You can just drive up to the bales. This is found under tractors and animals over here, and it is not cheap. I mean, I guess the cheapest one's 158,000, and this will do the same thing as that. So that's a good idea too, if you don't want to have to worry about your different rations as to how many bales to put in, because you can just drive up to it and you'll be good to go that way. If you go to animals in your tools area, this is where you buy your mixers. So there are cheaper mixers. There's one for $29.5 if you're just starting out, and then you have these two that you can use as well. This is the one I was using for the game, for the tutorial. This is also where you're going to find your straw blower and your water tanks and milk tanks. Okay. Well, that is a rundown on how cows work, how animals work, and I told you it was going to be a long one. You can see our manure pits filling back up again. I'm just going to come over here, and if this thing's empty, which it is, we now know that this pen only produces milk. You cannot get silage or slurry, and you cannot get manure. So this would be a start just if you want to produce milk, and milk only. Okay, well everybody, I hope I didn't miss anything. Things are definitely going to change in this game as time goes on, so if you're watching this a year, 2 years down the road and something's not working for you, just because this is an old video, If you have a question, leave me a comment. Ask me any questions. I will get back to you if I know. If I know the answer, or I don't. I will get back to you, and I will let you know how to do something. If you have questions on anything else too, please let me know. And if I don't know how to do it, I'll figure it out for you. So this is 11 grams. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to be back in a little bit with another video. Take care, everybody.